We have just completed half year of 2025 and the month is closed. June is done and the gold has fallen $200 from the most recent high, all the way from 3,450 to near about $3,260. So, and it is still falling down on Friday. Basically yesterday the market jumped up a little bit, but it has been continuously falling with little bit of upward movements up and down here. And we can see that it has been like consolidating for a long period of time, and a lot of traders find it very very confusing, although there are several hundred opportunities that we have been able to capture around this area, because you do not have to be a breakout trader. All you have to do is just like make sure that your strategy works in consolidation and breakout both equally. So because the new month is coming up and the new half year is coming up and new quarter is coming up, so what is up with the gold, what it has done and what it is expected to do, let's find out in this analysis. Stay tuned and we will begin. All right. Okay. Thanks for joining me here. My name is Vic. I'm the founder of Vikinsa Capital Management. Let's look at Gold XAUUSD. Now, as I said, we have started a new quarter, new month, and new half year. So we'll have to start from higher time frames. So we'll start from 12 months time frame. And what we can see if I go to this, by the way, I'm using a particular feed which is on TradingView provided by Oanda. So make sure that you're looking at the same feed when you look at the chart, otherwise there can be slight differences. I've seen that several brokers have different prices on different feeds, so make sure that you're looking at the right feed. Now gold, as I always say, it historically bullish, right? It has remained bullish for hundreds of years. It will remain bullish until the entire humanity changes, right? Something drastically changes. So all of these things, little movements up and downs, these little downward movements, all of these are just corrections in a bigger movement upwards. So on 12-month time frame the market is still bullish, right? This is a very bullish angle, bullish candle. We do not have anything which is telling us that market wants to come down easily here. And if I go to the 6 months time frame, because we have just completed the 6 months, you will notice that market has dropped a little bit here, right? This was the high time 3500, and now the market has come back down to 3300 or so. That was the lowest point of this this little wick here. Okay, now 3500 is a very good number, very good round number. The market may revisit that, right? Just note that the market tries to revisit similar areas, similar numbers, especially in gold. So let's see whether it has actually done that. When we go to smaller time frames, we'll see whether it has already done that or not. Okay, but just keep that in mind. Now, if I go to the 3 months time frame, you will notice that market has started to convert into a spindle sort of candle here. Now, because we are starting a new 3 month candle, three month candle is about to start on the 1st of July. This spindle usually tells us that the market is going to continue in the same direction at least for some time. What usually happens is that after this spindle sort of candle, the market tries to go inside this, inside the upper wick of this. And if the market momentum persists, then it can continue to go even higher than that. So that is quite a possibility, but we are looking at 3 months time frame, so it may take weeks or months. It can come down and then go back up as well. That is also a possibility based on the candlestick analysis. But the spindle candle, 3 month spindle candle, is telling us that market wants to continue to go up. This is usually a continuation sign. Okay, but that does not mean that it cannot come down for a few days or few weeks and then start to go back up. Okay, so just beware of that. Okay, now another thing, another exception to that thing is that if the market opens slightly high, gapped up or something like that, then it can form a bearish engulfing, that sort of thing. Okay, but this candle usually means trend continuation, which means that the next 3 months can be bullish as well. There can be another bullish candle appearing here. It may be small candle, it can be big candle, but there is a trend continuation possible in the next 3 months. If I look at 2 months time frame, now 2 months time frame is again a indecision candle. Now before that, you will notice that this is a very large candle. Usually when you have very large candle, right, sometimes like biggest of five, something like that, like 1 2 3 4 5, then usually like market tries to consolidate a little bit, or it tries to just settle down and people try to take some profits out of the market. That's why we have this. But this candle is what we call as indecision candle, which means that we do not know what is going to happen, or there was a very close struggle between buyers and sellers in this period. But this is 2 months candle. Okay, so if I go to the months candle now, on monthly candle, which is very very interesting, on as you can see, the monthly candle is bearish pin bar, bearish engulfing pin bar. So there was a huge rejection. We can see that the market has rejected once, twice, thrice, and this is what I was talking about. Like that 3,500 has been rejected three times, approximately that area 3,500. That area, it's not exact number here. Okay, it has been rejected three times, and this candle, the current month candle, in the month of June has closed as a pin bar bearish engulfing, which means that it wants to come down. But again, it does not mean that for few days or few weeks it cannot go up. Yes, it can. And if it forms a bullish engulfing candle, then this candle will be nullified as well. So pause this video, go back and see, like what I'm trying to say. Just listen very very carefully, because the price section does not like go up in straight line or down in straight line. If it wants to come to a straight line down, like if it wants to come down, then what it may do, it can still go up and then come down. So this is like those sort of possibilities that I'm talking about. But looking at this on monthly time frame, it looks bearish. However, there can be days or weeks where it can go up. Okay, if I go to the weekly time frame, now weekly time frame is where the market becomes more interesting, this one. So we had rejection here, we had rejection here, and there was a lot of consolidation. And if you see, this is still a kind of consolidation which is happening here now. So the market may actually come down like around this area to touch the lower end of this range, or even here, or even here, because there are several patterns which are also developing here. And if you have been following my analysis, and if you have been like um, following me on Twitter and other places, I've already been posting a lot of trades around this. We have taken so many trades and so big moves around this area. But we have been able to capture more here than we captured around this area. Okay, because we kept on like playing the same levels. Let me actually show you what I mean. There were two levels that I gave you. This is this is my Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, please do so, because I share a lot of updates here and here in the Telegram. Telegram is here. This is the official Telegram. Please beware of the scammers. And Vikinsa is the Twitter. So here, like we have been able to capture moves like this: $30 fall, $50 fall, right? Why? Because we have been able to capitalize on the same levels. You see these levels which are marked in yellow here. I gave them like several weeks ago in my analysis, right? This yellow one. Okay, this one. Okay, so we have been able to capture using the FCP technique as well as Vata envisage. Vata envisage is a suite of indicators which actually helps in analyzing the markets and generating signals. So these are live trading videos that I've also been posting. These are present on Vata envisage algo channel as well. Okay, so there have been a lot of opportunities around here. Now, what can we see? There has to be a plan for both buy side and sell side, because if you already have a plan, then all you have to do is just let the market come to one of those patterns or one of those levels. And once the market comes to those levels and zones that you have identified, then you go to smaller time frame, you wait for the confirmation, and you take the trade in the direction of the market, whatever the market is telling you. So right now, what can you see? I can clearly see that there were several W and M patterns. If you cannot spot W&M patterns, there was a free video that I posted several years ago on W&M patterns. You will find this in the in suggested videos of this video or on my YouTube channel. So this is a W pattern. When W pattern completes, the market falls. and it fell down, and you will notice that it has formed a kind of M pattern here. This is the M pattern that I'm talking about. Where is the M pattern? M pattern looks like this. So this is the M pattern. When M pattern completes, market goes up. So it went up. And in that process, it completed a W pattern. After W pattern, what happened? The market fell down. So what does it mean? It means that market is now trying to create an M pattern once again. And this M pattern is sitting at the midpoint right now. If this midpoint is broken, the market can come down to somewhere around here. So this is one of the scenarios. Okay, I'll show you some of the levels as well, but this is a very good scenario. That's is scenario number one. Okay, that is the bearish scenario. But for that to happen, it has to break below this level, the previous low here. I'm looking at the daily time frame. So this is approximately 3,270 level or so. If it has been able to break through that and confirm that, then it can come down to approximately 3,200, 3,170 level or so. Okay, so that is quite a possibility because this is an M pattern on daily time frame. If you are trading like very smaller time frames, then you still need to know about this because you want to trade in the direction of the market. But at the same time, it may not be applicable to you if you're scalping on 1 minute to 5 minutes or something like that. Although FCP strategy, FCP analysis works on all time frames, so we also scalp using 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 1 minute time frame, and we use what envisage algo as well, right? And you might have seen a lot of videos that I've been posting almost on daily basis, live trading videos on envisage algo channel. You are most welcome to join that one as well. So this is scenario number one, and that is the bearish scenario. So if it breaks through this, then the market can come to this level, and this will complete the M pattern, and then it can jump up. Okay, so this will be a kind of support area where the market can come down to if the market has broken through this support area. Okay, I'll show you the levels, so don't worry about this. Just go through the scenarios first. Then after that, if the market breaks through this support area, what can happen? Again, similar thing. We have another M pattern forming. So what does it mean? If it breaks through that, it can come down to approximately this support area, which is going to be approximately 3,100 or 3,050. See, the market came here and just blasted from 3,000 to 3,500. Okay, $500 move. Okay, it has never come back down to retest that 3,000. 3,000 is a very important psychological number. It has never been able to come down to retest it. So in the long run, it may take months, it can take even years for the market to come down to this level, but it is a possibility. Unless it breaks through the previous high, that's a different matter. Okay, so that's number two scenario. Okay, now if I go to smaller time frame, even a smaller time frame, then I'll be able to show you even better things here. So as I said, if you have been following me on Twitter and Telegram, you might have seen that I've been short here, I've been short here as well, and long here, short here. Okay, short here all the way down to this. So you see, it has been working really, really nicely because you see, all you have to do is just spot these M and W patterns, right? And on Friday, I was able to take a long from here all the way, on a smaller time frame because this was sitting at a demand level. Now, if it breaks through, the market can come down, as I said, and if it comes there, then this is going to be the demand area or FCP zone or whatever you want to call it, and then the market can come down to even further down if it breaks through this. Okay, so if I go to smaller time frame, such as 4 hour time frame, this is the level. This was the level that I was able to play around the close of the market. See, the market was very, very bearish, okay, and it came down into this, and I used this thing to scalp this. Okay, I used it to create a scalp long opportunity. Now, one thing that I must mention here, that there are certain gaps available here. So there is one gap here, there is one gap here, and the market has been able to close this gap completely in the last few days of June. Okay, so this gap here, you see this, that gap has been closed. Now this gap is still slightly open, so the market can come down. If it breaks through this previous low, then it can still come down. Okay, now these gaps, see, market has been leaving these gaps for a long period of time in gold. Now gold has changed its personality. It does not fill the gaps easily now. Okay, it has been able to, you see this gap has been closed, and finally this has been closed, but it is not guaranteed when it is going to close that gap and at what point in time. But you should be aware of it. Why? Because if the market continues to go up, right, from here, then it can target this gap closing as well. And if it continues to go even higher, then it can try to close gaps here. Now, there are more gaps and more levels here which are available in my premium analysis report. Okay, if you are interested in like an ordering premium analysis report, you should find a link to that service in the description of this video, or you can contact me on my Telegram or Twitter by sending a direct message. Now, let me show you the levels which I have marked for you. Okay, let me just remove this. Okay, this was the original WNM pattern. There are several WNM patterns that I've already showed you, but if you want, like, further detailed information, then you can order a premium analyst report. Now, these levels are important levels, but these are higher time frame levels. Remember, I have always been giving you, like, two yellow levels, right? So 3372 and 3306. If you have been following my analysis, you have seen that we have taken so many good trades, so many profitable trades from these levels. 3306, up, up, right? And the market, if the market goes up, it comes back down to that level. So these yellow levels, never underestimate them. There's another yellow level which is coming up, and I'll be sharing that very soon in premium analysis report as well. Okay, this may be slightly confusing, this one, this new yellow one, but I'm expecting it to work like how it actually worked for these two levels. So this is going to be very, very good for trading opportunities. But these levels can act as support and resistance. So make sure that you are paying attention to them. Now, I will post this chart. If you're not able to see this chart on your mobile device or whatever, I will post this chart in our Telegram channel. By the way, Telegram channel is free. This is where it is. Like, this what I posted about the last in the last day of June. I think this was on Thursday or Friday that I posted about. This was the very good trade that I took. It's $50 short captured. Okay. By the way, you are most welcome to join this Telegram channel, Vikinsa FX. Okay. We do not have any other channel or anything like that on Telegram. So beware of scammers. You're most welcome to join this. I will post a link to this chart in this channel after this analysis. So this was my analysis on Gold XAU USD. Hopefully you found this useful. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other traders and trading communities. Your support is absolutely essential. Without your support, I do not feel motivated to record these video and post them. So please support this channel, share it by by sharing and by commenting on this channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great time. All the best for your trading. Thank you for watching. Find and follow us on these social media channels.